Okay, students, we are at present solving problems concerned to derivatives using inverse trigonometrical function formulas as well as trigonometrical function formulas. So we continue those type of problems. Next question. If y equals to tan inverse of, if y equals to tan inverse of sin x divided by 1 plus cos x, then find dy by dx. So let's consider yet again given problem, and already we know that these problems are concerned to first applying suitable trigonometry or inverse trigonometrical function formulas, and lastly getting the step of differentiation. So let's write it again. Given problem, given y equals to tan inverse of sin x divided by 1 plus cos x. To make this problem into simplest form, let's use the trigonometrical formulas. We know that sin theta formula is in half angles 2 sin theta by 2 into cos of theta by 2, whereas 1 plus cos theta formula is known as 2 cos square theta by 2. So now our problem y becomes tan inverse of sin x means 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. Divided by 1 plus cos x means 2 cos square of x by 2. On simplification now, 2 cancel out. Also 1 factor of cos x by 2 cancel out. Left is tan inverse of sin x by 2 divided by cos x by 2. Further, sin angle divided by cos angle will be equals to tan of angle, means now it is tan inverse of tan x by 2. Further, by inverse trigonometrical function formulas, namely tan inverse of tan angle is always equals to angle. That means y equal to just x by 2. I mean only x by 2. Now you notice that we brought that complicated form into very simplest form because of suitable steps like trigonometry formula, inverse trigonometrical function formula, etc. Lastly, differentiating with respect to x. Differentiation of y, y dash. Differentiation of x, 1. Whereas by 2 remains constant. The total answer, 1 by 2. Same question may be given with cot inverse. If it is given with cot inverse, no change in steps. Here, cot inverse. This is tan. Convert this tan function into cot function, namely tan A is equal to cot of pi by 2 minus A. On that basis it becomes cot of pi by 2 minus x by 2. Lastly, your answer of y dash becomes minus 1 by 2. Actually, these problems not in single way, they can be given in several ways. Same problem can be given with sin x, denominator 1 minus cos x, at that time 1 minus cos theta formula is 2 sin square theta by 2, etc. But almost all mechanism will be same, only formulas will be different, but way of solving will be same until we reach that step of simplification. Next question. Next problem. If y equals to sin inverse of sin x plus cos x, sin inverse of sin x plus cos x whole divided by root 2, then find dy by dx. Consider given problem act again. Consider given function. Given function is y equal to sin inverse of sin x plus cos x whole divided by root 2. That is equals to now sin inverse of. By simple LCM fact, a plus b divided by 2, a plus b by c means a by c plus b by c. Now it can be written as 1 by root 2 sin x plus 1 by root 2 into cos x. Now, if you see this bracket quite correctly, it can be brought into the form of sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. That steps are here suitable. So let's write 1 by root 2 as cos pi by 4. This 1 by root 2 as sin pi by 4. That means it is sin inverse of cos pi by 4 means cos 45 degree value is 1 by root 2 into sin x will remains unchanged plus next 1 by root 2 means sin pi by 4 into cos x. Now this is just in the form of, it is simply in the form of sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, it is equals to sin of A plus B. So this bracket resembles this formula. Just like sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, hence it can be written as sin of A plus B. That means it will be sin of x plus pi by 4. Now using inverse trigonometrical function formulas, sin inverse of sin angle is angle. That means y equal to only x plus pi by 4. Lastly, differentiate. On differentiating with respect to x, left side dy by dx, right side by sum rule, differentiation of x 1 plus differentiation of pi by 4 0, because pi by 4 is a separate constant. Net result 1. Suppose if this were given as cos inverse, as an example I am telling, if this is given as cos inverse, the same expression, you need to convert this bracket into form of cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, that becomes cos of A minus B, and then suitable formulas can be applied. Then we can go for differentiation. That all, one problem can be given in several manners. Next problem. If, next question, and the present type of problems. What type problems? Already you know that head. If y equals to tan inverse of A into cos x plus B into sin x divided by B cos x minus A sin x. Then show that dy by dx equals to 1. So consider given expression yet again. Once again write a given problem in your notebook without pen. Before differentiation, we shall make it simplest by using trigonometry formulas and also inverse trigonometrical function formulas. And recall this formula, inverse trigonometrical function, namely we know that tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equals to tan inverse of x plus y divided by 1 minus x into y. So our right hand side can be brought into this format. We shall bring RHS into that form on the suitable steps. And if you see this formula, and importantly this place, denominator first term place is occupied by 1. Hence on that basis you need to divide this term by b cos x. But we can't divide only our wanted term by that particular expression. We need to divide both numerator, denominator by b cos x. So let's dividing numerator and denominator. Observe that we have to change this format to this formula type. But this place is occupied by 1. For that basis, you have to divide compulsorily by b cos x. On dividing numerator, denominator by the factor b cos x. Now our problem, y becomes tan inverse of. What in mind, we have to divide both terms, both nr and dr by b cos x. A cos x divided by b cos x plus b sin x divided by b cos x, and all that is completely divided by b cos x divided by b cos x minus a sin x divided by b cos x. On further way of simplification, we get tan inverse of bracket. Here cos x cancels. Here bb cancels. Here everything cancels. But here nothing will cancels. So with that cancellation step of simplification, first term will be given by A divided by B. Second term, after that B cancellation, we will have sin x by cos x, nothing but tan x, divided by, here everything cancelled, left is 1 minus, separate that division A by B as a separate term. At the same time, sin x by cos x is tan x. Now if you observe the right hand side expression with this right hand side formula, both are exactly same way in approach. Maybe expressions different in occupation, but looks like exactly same. Instead of x, we have A by B. Instead of y, we have tan x. So let's use that formula. And that is given by tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y. So now y becomes tan inverse of x. X means A by B plus tan inverse of y. Y means importantly tan x. That means it is a tan inverse of tan x. Further, one more step before differentiation, y equals to tan inverse A by B, no changes. Whereas here, using inverse trigonometrical function formulas, tan inverse of tan x is x. So all these steps are totally away from differentiation. Now only one step concerned to differentiation, and also keeping that in mind, this term away from x, I mean free from x, which is obviously a constant term. So keeping this fact in mind, that first term is purely constant because free from x, let's differentiate with respect to x. On differentiating with respect to x, left side y dash, right side overall sum rule. In that first term constant, whose differentiation 0. Second term x, whose derivative is 1. Net result is 1. And anybody can easily realize that we made our problem very simplest manner because of use of trigonometrical formulas as well as inverse trigonometrical function formulas. And the same problem may be in 3 or more ways, like if this were given as here minus, and if you are given denominator as plus, working method does not changes. At that time you need to apply the formula, namely tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, that is defined by tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. At that time here minus, here plus, minus, plus, that means here we get minus, lastly answer of y dash becomes minus 1. Next problem. If f of x equals to tan inverse of, if f of x equals to tan inverse of 7 cos x minus 5 sin x whole divided by 5 cos x plus 7 sin x, then find dy by dx. I mean f dash, both are same. So consider first given problem yet again. Consider given function once again. If you want, you call it by the name of equation as 1. Like in the last problem, exactly same track, we shall divide NR and DR by, importantly, 5 cos x, dividing numerator and denominator by factor 5 cos x. That means what it becomes a tan inverse of 7 by 5 cos x and by cos x minus 5 sin x divided by 5 cos x whole divided by 5 cos x by 5 cos x plus 7 sin x divided by 5 cos x on simplification step now. Here cos x cancels, here 5 cancels, here everything cancels, here nothing can be cancelled. That is the tan inverse of 7 by 5 minus next term will be tan x because of sin x divided by cos x whole divided by, in the denominator first term will be headed by 1 because full term cancelled out, 1 plus 7 by 5 into sin x by cos x is tan x. Now this is exactly in the format of formula, namely it is just like tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. Formula from inverse trigonometrical functions is tan inverse x minus tan inverse y. Here x means 7 by 5, y means tan x. Therefore now y becomes a tan inverse of 7 by 5, which is purely constant, minus next term tan inverse of tan x. Or y equals to tan inverse of 7 by 5 does not changes, whereas next term, because of inverse trigonometrical function formulas, it is only equals to x, and again this term will be purely constant because of not involving with any x terms. Hence, or after differentiation, on differentiation, y dash equal to 0 minus 1, that is minus 1. Like this, any other kind of problems one must able to solve, not necessarily like lecturers solving problems. You must cultivate yourself capacity of solving problems yourself by applying suitable trigonometrical formulas as well as inverse trigonometrical function formulas. We have next part of this differentiation at another important stage, how to differentiate an implicit functions. We shall first study what is implicit function, then what's the method of finding the differentiation for implicit function, then we shall take up those related problems. Now write a definition of implicit functions. Already it is known in first year PUC, but it's once again time to recap that. Write you as definition of implicit functions. Implicit function. So already we know that, again I am recalling that, a function in which dependent variable y cannot be directly expressible in terms of independent variable x. A function in which dependent variable y cannot be written or cannot be expressed in terms of independent variable x, or sometimes we can express y in terms of x, but after taking some suitable steps like squaring, cubing, taking square root, or shifting right side, bringing to left side, whichever step is suitable, if those steps were involved, then that kind of function is called by the name an implicit function. There are two ways of defining implicit function. One way is like this, where we can't write y directly in terms of x, or other way we can write y in terms of x, in that no doubt, but after commencing some suitable steps like squaring, cubing, as I told. And the most general form, possible format of such implicit functions is f of x comma y equals to 0. In some books, some lecturers, even they will abbreviate this as f of x comma y equal to some constancy, but format does not change the way of defining. We can take f of x y equal to 0 or f of x y equal to constant c. For example, x square plus y square plus xy is equal to 10. It is no doubt a relation connecting x and y, but it is an implicit function in the sense we can't get y directly in terms of x. We can adopt any suitable steps, like here taking y common. If we take y common, we get only y plus x, and after that we can't get y in terms of x completely, hence it is an implicit function. Another example, x square minus y square equal to 10. It is an implicit function in the sense after some steps we can get y in terms of x, like this x square minus 10 equals to y square. Or from this only y becomes square root of x square minus 10. Now notice that this important step, we brought y no doubt in terms of x, but after taking these suitable steps like shifting that side, shifting this side, taking square root, etc. That's why this is still called by the name an implicit function. So implicit function is one where we cannot express y directly in terms of x, or we can express after suitable steps. If you want, you can add these notes. A function in which dependent variable y, a function in which dependent variable y cannot be expressed, a function in which dependent variable y cannot be expressed in terms of independent variable x, a function in which dependent variable y cannot be expressed in terms of independent variable x is called as an implicit function. Is called as an implicit function. Is called as an implicit function. Next slide. The general form. The general form of implicit functions is, the general form of implicit functions is f of x comma y equals to 0, or f of x comma y equal to constant c. Important here, f of x y stands for the meaning expression containing of both variables x and y, where f of x y implies that it's an expression. Of course, mathematical expression cannot be a biological expression. Expression containing of variables x and y. That's the meaning of f of x comma y. You write for example to note implicit function. For example, x power y plus y power x equals to some constant k. It is an implicit function in the sense even though you take lifelong time, you can't get y directly in terms of x. Another example can be taken as x cube plus y cube plus xy plus x square plus y square equal to 0. It is also an implicit function because it is in the form of f of x comma y equals to 0. Another example can be taken as x square plus y square equal to 10, etc. These are all examples for an implicit function. Whereas explicit function was already known as where y directly in terms of x. Thus it is something like y equal to f of x called as explicit function, whereas f of xy equal to 0 is called as implicit function. And already noted so many examples. Y equal to sin x, explicit function. Y equal to root x, explicit function, whereas these are all implicit functions because of their well nature, what we defined in the earlier minutes. Now let's study how to find the differentiation of such implicit functions. Now write heading derivative or differentiation of implicit functions. Heading right, derivative. Derivative or differentiation. Derivative of implicit functions. You first observe the method, then you can write down the concerned points. The method is like this. Very first, we are given an implicit equation, namely f of xy equal to 0. From this equation, we want to get dy by dx. In earlier some more number of examples we found dy by dx, but all those functions were explicit, means y was directly in terms of x. But your case is entirely different. Y is not directly in terms of x. So very first you are given an equation f of xy equal to 0. Next step is that differentiate every term or each term. There may be 2 terms, there may be 3 terms, there may be many terms, but importantly differentiate every term with respect to x by known methods or by known formulas. So using earlier known methods, importantly, every term of this function should be get differentiated with respect to x. And after that, next step is that after differentiating every term with respect to x, next step is that collect, means group. Collect the terms containing of dy by dx and non-dy by dx. In that particular problem, you come to know after differentiation, you come to know in solely after some minutes. After differentiation, some terms will contain dy by dx, some terms will not contain dy by dx. So collect dy by dx containing terms together, non-dy by dx containing terms together. As good as the term where contain dy by dx, take it as common. Remaining terms kept as it is. And after that, last step, solve. Solve finally for dy by dx. Solve finally for dy by dx means get dy by dx is equal to some expression. You need to get expression for dy by dx, whatever it arises in that particular case. So these are the points to be taken in mind while finding dy by dx for implicit function. First step, take given function. Next step, differentiate every term with respect to x by earlier known methods. Next step, collect terms containing of dy by dx together and non-dy by dx together. Finally, solve the resulting equation for dy by dx. And before we start problems on this, write one important note, or key point, or key note. Now recall the composite function differentiations from earlier classes. What we seen is that we know that differentiation of f of u, where u is a function of x, and it was given by f dash of u, not only f dash of u into du by dx, because u is a known function of x. So now, in a similar manner, here also, d by dx of f of y. Importantly, y is a function of x. What function of x? It will be in that particular case. But no doubt, y is a function of x. Now d by dx of f of y will be f dash y. Not only f dash y into dy by dx. This is an important note in the upcoming problems to keep in mind. For instance, we write for example, differentiation of y cube, but not with respect to y, it is with respect to x. If it were differentiation of x cube with respect to x, then your answer would have been only 3x square. But here, differentiation of y cube with respect to x, answer format does not changes. Answer format 3y square. Not only 3y square into differentiation of y, namely dy by dx, or you can write 3y square into y dash. You can use notation y dash, dy by dx, f dash x, y1 does not matters in differentiation. Another example you can consider. Let's consider d by dx of cos y. Formula format does not changes. Differentiation of cos function is minus of sine function. Here minus of sine y, not only minus of sine y into dy by dx. This care you must take without fail. So this is an explanation about what is implicit function, how to differentiate an implicit function. Let's have problems on differentiation of implicit functions. Alright, problems. Heading you write as problems on. Problems on derivatives of implicit functions. In the last minutes, I told everything in detail, definition, how to find differentiation, etc. You just refer that. First step, differentiate every term by known formulas or methods. After that, collect dy by dx terms together, non-dy by dx together. Then lastly, solve the resulting equation for dy by dx. First problem. Find dy by dx. Find dy by dx if. Find dy by dx if x square plus y square equals to 10. It is algebraically implicit equation, but one can review your mind geometrically. Geometrically, it represents equation of circle, center at origin, radius as root 10 units from PUC first year. But we are now focusing towards calculus rather than geometry. So let's consider given implicit equation. Given. What's given equation? X square plus y square equal to 10. Call 1. Next step, as I told in that earlier method of solving, differentiate with respect to x. Differentiating one with respect to x. In the left side, there are two terms. Both of them should involve in differentiation. So by some rule, first term differentiation of x square plus second term differentiation of y square. Right hand side differentiation of 10. Now apply known formulas. Differentiation of x square known as 2x. Differentiation of y square, no doubt 2y, not only 2y, into dy by dx. This is very important in implicit functions, you have to keep in mind. Whereas in right hand side, 10 is constant, that's why differentiation of 10 will be 0. Easily both sides we can divide by 2 because 2 is a non-zero constant. Let's divide by 2. The remaining is x plus y into dy by dx equals to 0. And finally, we should get to value for dy by dx. That's the meaning of solving for dy by dx. Let us solve dy by dx. Solving for dy by dx means keep dy by dx one side, remaining at other side. In that process, y into dy by dx equals to minus x, or only dy by dx equals to minus x divided by y. That's the dy by dx for given implicit equation. And anybody can note very well in mind. If you see the earlier problems of explicit function, in those examples, means in case of explicit functions, dy by dx answer was only in terms of x. Whereas now for implicit function, you see the answer of dy by dx answer is in terms of both x as well as y. This is the major difference between the differentiation of explicit function and implicit function. In case of explicit functions, dy by dx will be only function of x, whereas for implicit functions, dy by dx is function of both x as well as y. Next problem. And I remind that we are solving problems based on implicit functions. Next question. Find dy by dx if find dy by dx if x square plus y square plus x into y is equal to 3. X square plus y square plus x into y equals to 3. Solution. First write at again given implicit equation. Solution. Consider or given. What is given? X square plus y square plus x into y equal to 3, count 1. Now differentiating with respect to x. On differentiating one with respect to x, first term differentiation of x square plus second term differentiation of y square, third term differentiation of x into y equals to differentiation of 3. Differentiation of x square 2x, differentiation of y square 2y, not only 2y into dy by dx, plus now to differentiate x into y we need to apply the product rule. First function x into differentiation of y dy by dx plus second function y into differentiation of x is 1. Whereas in right hand side differentiation of 3 will be 0. As I explained in the method, now let's collect dy by dx terms together, non-dy by dx terms together, where I am marking here and here. We can take common factor as dy by dx. So dy by dx being common, where I am marked left is 2y plus x plus other two terms not containing of dy by dx, they are 2x plus 1. They are kept in another bracket equals to 0. Or 2y plus x into dy by dx equals to now the term 2x plus y shifted to that side because of addition here. That side becomes subtraction, minus of 2x plus y. Lastly, only dy by dx equals to minus 2x plus y divided by 2y plus x. Again you realize that answer of dy by dx is completely in terms of both x and y. That's the speciality of implicit function differentiation. We continue the next class, rest of the problems.